tattoos. When I love squad members, I can't act cool. Hey, young, this your beat? Nothing lasts forever, I don't got tattoos. I love squad members, I can't act cool. I like my bitches short and thick and I ain't gotta act rude. She won't treat me like I'm the rest, cause I ain't that dude. I seen some things as a child that changed my thoughts forever. Try to do right, I'm on their ass and I won't fucking let up. Hit from the side, bitch, don't be lazy, lift your fucking leg up. To all my niggas going through a struggle, keep your fucking head up. Anything you going through, I'm a witness, it won't last forever. Just stay down and hold your side, don't change up like the weather. If he around me, then he got a ruler, but he ain't trying to measure. I got it in here, me some weed to get my thoughts together. Hard in the summer, but my heart cold, so I got a rock sweller. We came in this roll alone, so we ain't gon' leave out together. I know I'm blessed, I know my worth, so I can never settle. You can't show yourself before you only time can tell. Don't care, get one time to fuck up, and you can't go here. Whoa, dear, I got too many stuff, but bring a pole here. No deal, I won't set my soul ain't high and go here. I won't school, I stay loyal to my niggas, and my face stick to the cold here. It's a new 40 on my hood, the bitch to blow him. It's a different dope inside the blunt, we getting lows in. Smoking on some dope from across the country, got a choke in. Treat the bitch like a receiver, put the bitch in motion. I'm drinking on some shit that change the mood, we call it potion. Can't even hide the 30 and the clip, it be poking. And up off them beans, we got some smoke and get it going. White girl playing with her, no Lindsay Lohan. My little cousin slipped up and lost a baby, she was 16. Ain't doing shit for free, I want 200 for a 16. Glock with a dick and 30 clip with a red beam. She make it hard for me cause all that nigga sold a blank dream. Don't lose on thug behind no shit you saying that you ain't me. All my niggas slide, you know what's up, bitch, you can't play me. I see the picture clear, my life a movie like it's HD. I'm a 50K screens and I ain't got no post on say cheese. Light a little weapon when I up it, better say cheese. This life taught me some lessons, fuck the school, I own no degree. I'm just trying to take care of my people, how you hate me. When I got caught with that elite, the shit was crazy. Bitch. The trap baby shit don't do that.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I want to thank everybody for joining us for episode number 47 of the Get Hook podcast. As always, this is your boy Hook. And I'm assuming that's Chris. I don't know what she got going on over there. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Hey. Oh, okay.
Charge me. Wait a minute.
All right, so today we're going to be talking girl code versus man law. And I don't know about y'all, but I think in most circles of friends of the same sex, there are like some unwritten rules that we tend to abide by. It's not necessarily anything that's spoken that we have to, tell our friends that they should or shouldn't do. I think it's just some of those things that should already be understood. So we're gonna touch on a few on. We're gonna talk about it, and really, it's specific to relationships and how you deal with your friend and their relationships or situationships or whatever kind of ship they may be in.
Entanglements with August.
Right. So, Chris, what say you?
Listen, stay out of my trash can. If I F them, you can't love them. Bottom line, we don't share. I mean, there are community people. There are people in your past. They are like community pools. The neighborhood can have them. But there are some people that even though I may never, ever want them again, you can't go get them. They are off limits. Stay out of. Don't go. Listen, I may not play with it, but you can't have it no more. No.
Ooh, not play with it.
And that's so Mary had a little lamb. Huh?
And that's so Mary had a little lamb. Because I promise you, portion me if you want to. I'm gonna run up and get like the U.S. Capitol. Bet that.
And we have a few guests here who are going to share their experiences and give their opinions on the matter. So we're going to let them tell you who they are. Aisha, ladies first. So we're going to go ahead and start with you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Aisha. I have a very unpopular opinion for women, I'm almost sure, but I'm here for it. Nice to meet everybody. Y'all, our co-host, fine as fuck. My bad. There you go. Go ahead.
Father.
Oh my God.
All right,
I'm
Jonathan, get
not gonna
ready.
make it through the hour. Okay. I am just
Oh God.
Jonathan Adriel. I shall teach you how to be righteous and ratchet.
Wait,
And
what?
this is what Jesus turned into water.
But wait,
I'm not your average preacher's kid.
Clearly.
Whatever you say, man. All right,
If we can
Rob.
catch these holy hands.
okay.
Oh!
What's going on, everybody? Rob, just a local nobody, future entrepreneur. That's about it. Just spread the gospel, like my brother said. Here to spread the gospel.
Uh-huh.
Amen.
Keep
And
playing with
for
you, Uncle.
the viewers, make sure you guys react. Make sure you share. Make sure you comment. We do want to read your commentary as well, and make sure you subscribe to the podcast on the various platforms. So let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. So, fellas, what's man law? And ladies, what is girl code? Please feel free to go in any order.
Why is one law and one code?
Because that's
Hey.
how we call it. Why is one PP and one for JJ? I mean, it is what it is. But listen.
First of all, we're not gonna talk about y'all apparatus. We're not doing that today, okay?
Don't do
It
that.
is what it is.
Don't
Whether
do
we
that.
call
No,
it
I
a
appreciate
code, a law, whether we call it an article, whether we call it a commandment, it is written. And there are certain things
But-
that you just don't do.
But somebody is somebody X. Somebody is somebody X, and that's gonna be somebody's future Chipotle and Five Below date.
That's fine. But if you are a friend in my contact list, then you don't get to date nothing that's in my past.
Oh, contact list. Now that's
Now,
okay.
an active friend that I use in my contact list, not somebody I know
Okay.
I have to live to grow.
Okay, I was gonna say in my favorites because
Right. If
Yeah,
I
my
would have put you
favorite.
in my top 10 on MySpace, stay out of my place.
Well, child, go ahead, Rob.
Oh man. So, like the comment, am I commenting on that topic?
Echo. Yeah, that's you.
Chris, I can't ride with you on that one. Like
You're solo
but here's why,
dolo.
like, listen, you gotta make sure, like, it's gotta be some time there. Like, first of all, when you live in
Yeah.
a city like we do, I mean, there's only so many people. So when you're talking about a population and just percentages, like, you're gonna run across somebody that's been with somebody else. So I mean, it's gonna be real hard. Like, matter of fact, even in major cities, like, like whether it's Atlanta or Houston, some other cities, like, there's still a certain, like, demographic of people that you're gonna run across, and it's gonna be real hard for your homegirl, your partner, not to deal with somebody that maybe you dealt with a long time ago. And it's gonna be hard, man. Like,
It's gonna be
I'm
hard
not around with that.
because everybody.
Yeah, that's gonna be real
But it
hard.
depends. It's like if
No, it ain't no dependent because here in DC they just ratchet. They just ratchet and terrible. You would date somebody.
Time out.
Okay, I'm a transplant extra. I'm sorry. So here in the current city where I dwell, that is no longer slightly chocolate because it's been gentrified. You could date somebody who done broke up with somebody 7 years ago, and then they see you booed up or whatever, and they be with, girl, look who I saw, and they be with somebody already. Like, why?
but it's certain people
I agree with Rob. It's got to be some time.
like so the Portia situation.
Cause ain't nobody blocking my blessings. No, go ahead, Aisha. Cause ain't nobody on your team right
Hey,
now, Chris. Aisha,
Okay.
go.
Listen,
So,
no, you
I'm
can't
going
go
to
after my
give an
ex-husband.
unpopular
That Portia
opinion.
stuff was wrong.
I'm gonna give an unpopular opinion. I do agree with the Portia scenario only because she had just met that woman and they met via each other's, spouses, significant others. However, I'm an import to North Carolina and I'm born and raised in DC. I have had
Well, we
I
switched
have
places.
had
I came from Charlotte. Okay.
several scenarios. I believe in girl code, and then I think there's a woman law. Because as I've gotten older in my 40s, you can't talk to me about somebody that was in 6th grade. I have some friends that are still, even in 45, damn near 50 years old. Oh, I used to talk to him. Yo, we didn't even hit puberty in 6th
Well, you
grade.
can't. I mean, middle school don't count. They got to be really dated, like somebody you. First of all, you F them in middle school. If you
No,
F them in
some
middle
women.
school,
No,
they'll
ma'am.
get
Some
loose.
women really feel like that, whether they're using it as a facade or in between, whatever. But I mean, right now, if you dated him 10 years ago,
It don't fall off like your credit. No.
Yes, the hell it do. Because what I'm gonna tell you is he ain't got the hook. You know I'm about to say something ignorant. Can I just be frank?
Hey, do you, sis?
Trust he ain't got the same dick from 12th grade that he got as a grown ass man. Hello, sir, turn back around. As a grown ass man, I'll say mid-30s up until this point of 45 and up.
Now, I will say, so you can't, middle school doesn't count. I'm sorry. If you dated in
High
6th grade,
school?
no. You can't count middle school. We grown, we 30
I
years
said
old.
high school.
People be holding on
Now,
to that shit.
sometimes
Though.
high school be whole
People, they
sweethearts.
sure
Now, wait
do.
a
They
minute.
hold on.
How long did I date him in high school? I'm with Rob on this one now. Hey, cuz I gotta have some time on it now. If we all 4 years, back.
All right, so let's switch gears. Let's establish some context because well, for me, man law really is like me and my homeboys, like we don't even talk about the shit that we should or shouldn't do. It's just known. You know what I'm saying? Like we already know, like, or should be known, right? But to establish some context, so we talk about man law versus girl code. So how close do you have to be to somebody for man law and girl code to actually count? So is it a friend? Is it an associate? Is it your third cousin twice removed? Like, how close do you have to be to somebody to follow the code or the law?
If my kids call you TT, no.
If
Oh my God.
if you've been to a family reunion, don't try me.
If we on the same team,
right? If we sit up in the house, and we hang, listen, no. No, if my grandma call you her grandbaby, no. Faith,
that's trifling.
Faith, no.
Yeah,
that's
trifling.
different.
Not cousin
That's
Faith.
completely different.
Yeah.
It's some people who too close to you to do that. Like you just don't. What we gonna do? Sit on the couch and be like, so let me ask you a question. Is he better?
So wait, what about
Has
the
he
people you
evolved?
thought you were close to?
What about what?
That's a damn
What
good
about the
question.
people you thought you was close to, and in real
That's right.
life they ain't fuck with you?
That's a damn good question.
Hey, if we
Yeah,
ain't
tell
real
me.
friends, do what you do, pimpin'. It's a dog eat
I
dog
do have a
world.
short story if y'all would like to hear it.
We
See, that's
would.
So y'all know I can't give too many details. I went to a birthday party, met this guy. We had good conversation. Then went out to the car and smoked. Had good conversation. Then went back. Y'all, I got ghosted. Come to find out, my friend was like, "I need to tell you something. Me and so been dating." I said, "Well, I'll be goddamn." And we was friends because then I had to go into another level of like, well, he wasn't mine, so I can't really be mad at him. And we on the same team, actual competitive cheer team. I'm like, well, Lord. But I had to bite that bullet and I still had to go dance for the NBA and be like, hey, nothing's wrong here. I'm still, hey friend, how you doing? And we are cool now because I had to be mature. Be like, well, ain't nothing really happened, but I just got my feelings hurt and got ghosted. Oh.
And what about you, Rob? Like, how close you got to be to somebody?
You know what, man? Like, just my experiences, man, it just really depends. Because the reason why I said that was a good question is because it's all situational for me. Because I've misassessed a lot of people in my life. Like, I assessed somebody, I thought that they were my friend, then I turn around and they weren't shit. So it really depends. Like, so I'm at the age and stage now that I automatically know. Like, nobody's perfect, but like I really know who's for me and who's not. But like when you're younger and you coming up, you think everybody down with you, but a lot of niggas really want to be you. Like, they want to be you, they want to be in your place, and because they want to be you and be in your place, the first thing that they do is they try to fuck with somebody that you fucking with, and that's just being real. And I think that's girl code as well. Like the moment that chick sees you happy with that dude, or vice versa, or whatever the situation may be, it's like, damn, they start visualizing, like, god damn, this is what I would do, or this is what I want, X, Y, Z. So like, just, man, like, if you ain't for me, then I don't fuck with you, and that's just where I am right now. So
Yeah.
it's just life lessons, man.
That's
Yeah,
a hard lesson, but it's a real life situation. You got people who will walk in your house and go, "Ooh, Hook, this is a real nice house. I'm gonna see if I can go find a house like this. I like a one-story house." Or, "Ooh, that's a nice relationship that Jonathan got. I love how him and you know how they are. I'm gonna find me somebody who
Sure.
treats me like that." And then you got that one
Ain't never
person
had
that's
one.
like, "I want this house and I want that nigga." And then that's a problem because you can get the recipe and the sauce still not taste the same. You're not gonna get the same man I got because you're not me. But there are so many people that feel if I could just get in your shoes, I can have what you have. And I'm with Rob on that. If you can come in my house and look at my situation and my guy and be like, I want that man, leave. Because we don't rock together. Because you should never feel you want what I have. Again, what we're gonna do? Stand at the
That's
altar and be like,
biblical.
And I'm gonna say,
Understand
and you
though,
know, I'm
it's a
gonna say some
lot
other
of
shit too.
women
I'm
and
sorry, go ahead.
men. I'm sorry, it's a lot of women and men who are faking the funk. It's the bottom line. They want to be there to see you fall. They're only there to see if you're going to fail. So they can say, "Oh, I knew such and such, or this will happen." And
I
when you
told you so.
don't, that's when the egos and the envy grows more and more because they're still waiting for you to fail, or they're waiting for you to fail and not get back up. People hate to see you persevere, no matter what it is. And I really feel like a lot of the women who, or men who, go behind your friend's back and do shady shit, you be swearing up and down. It's a one-sided scenario. You never knew you had a one-sided friendship because you thinking they for you. And in reality, they trying to hit your dude up on the back end. Not saying I wouldn't accidentally on purpose tase somebody or something, but I'm just saying sometimes, you might have to zap them to get them back. But either way, I still can't fuck with you after that. Bottom line.
clear. You about to say something, Rock. What you say?
No, what I was gonna say back to what Crystal was saying is too, like you're absolutely right. Like people will smile at you, look you right in the face, and the whole time, like again, like they want to be you. But I've come to the point in the place of my life, like I ain't trying to turn this into no spiritual thing, but I just get closer to God. But if you can take mine, you can have them. And that's just where I am at with. Like I ain't getting upset. I ain't going back and forth. I ain't doing none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, you did me a favor. Because if you can take something, from me that I
It wasn't
built,
mine.
with the bottom of my heart, it wasn't mine anyway. So at this point, shit,
Mm-mm.
hey, you take my wife, holla at you. I'm gonna go get me another one. It's nothing to
sure.
me. Like I wake
sure.
up every day with no no envy in my heart. Because at the end of the day, it's niggas that see me every day that will message me or dap me up when they see me in public and X, Y, and Z. And before I get to the parking lot, talk shit. So when we're talking about codes and ethics and X, Y, and Z, a lot of people don't have that shit. It's just a title to me. It's like, are you really about that shit? Are you really about the shit that you're saying? And my dog Jonathan, what he was saying earlier, like your partner, if he knew you ducked off for somebody else or X, Y, and Z, he could proactively told you that depending on that situation. It's why would you wait on that? You know what I'm saying? So now you're in a situation possibly where you got your feelings involved into something that he could have got them, he could eliminate it. So like I
was ready to
feel like
make breakfast,
reevaluate and
Lord.
reassess people.
Yeah, and to your point, Rob, because a couple things you mentioned. The first thing is you said that living in a city like we live in, Columbia, it's only so big, so you bound to cross somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like it may not be intentional, but you gonna have some interest in somebody that somebody probably done been with. Secondly, we talk about for me, I've got a very simple rule. If your number is in my contacts list, I'm not going behind you, and that's just me, because I don't deal with a lot of dudes anyway. But if I had not if you got my number saved, now you might have my number saved, but I mean that don't mean we cool like that. But if I got your number saved in my phone, that means that I value something in you, so we're cool at that point. But the thing of it is though, like I don't expect that to be reciprocated from people like associates, like my friends, my family, stuff like people I really, really rock with. I expect them to honor that. But like I may have somebody's number in my phone. They may even try my girl or my old lady, whoever, but I'm not gonna do the same. But I think it comes with growth because I'm at a point where, like Rob said, if I'm with somebody and you have sex with her, you take it from me, you do whatever, then you just did me a favor. So that's something like I ain't got no control over that. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Like when I was younger, it might have hurt my ego a little bit. Well, damn, how does nigga fuck my old lady? But now it's like, you know what? It is what it is. Because Lord knows, back in the day, I'd have been a dude that did that. Also, I've been a dude that it's been done too. I even because even one of my high school friends, I mean, my road dog, right? He actually married my ex from high school. But the thing is, and I wasn't hurt. I congratulated him. I did all that. But at the same time, it's it is what it is. I can't expect everybody to be as loyal to me as I am to them.
It feels different.
So speaking of,
that's the word,
yeah.
loyalty.
It's because to me, if I'm with somebody, and I guess too, I agree with Rob on some and Aisha on some things where age does matter. If we was cool in the 6th grade, grow up. But when we grown, and this is my ex, we dated, we got history. This person was with me for 2 years, or this was an ex-husband, or this is somebody who we all ran together while we was a couple, and then all of a sudden when we didn't work, now y'all are a couple. Okay, so were you looking at them when I had them, or did you just discover that they were cute later? Because I got questions.
They were plotting.
Right. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And you start thinking about this shit so
plotting, right?
were you checking them out when we were together? You know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, right? So let me ask y'all, are your friends' exes off limits?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want them. If I was looking at you sideways when you was with them, I damn sure don't want them when you let them go. Because it's somebody right now, eyeball. Let me shut up. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, don't you shut up, Aisha. You talk.
So
You
for
let
me,
the Lord use you.
Listen, somebody, I have a friend, and she swear, everybody has different tastes. Let me put that out there. And what you may think is handsome, beautiful, it doesn't really matter who else believes it. But what you won't do is sit in front of me and be like, I always pick the good ones. No, ma'am. No ham, no damn cheese. You do not. And you don't have to ever worry about me going behind you, even if the choice was there. So, and like Chris said, with an ex-husband, although I accidentally on purpose married him and divorced him, I would not. Still, none of my friends could come to me and say, oh, I saw him so-and-so and this happened. Oh, you got to die today.
It's just some things you just don't do. If it's somebody I dated 15, 20 years ago when we were young and we wasn't, it wasn't that fine. Well, do your thing, whatever. But it's certain people, and your A1s, the ones who can't do it, know who not to try and who not to deal with. They know, oh, that's Crystal has a kid with this person. Oh, they know, no, that's Rob's wife, or Robin here. You know who and who not to. So it's not like, hell, it's some people I talked to in the past. I might see your public like, hey, boo, I don't even know your damn name no more, Cupcake. So I don't care who talks.
But some folk, I'll use my current city, and I will speak respectfully for it, Aisha. I promise. But some folks, they get off on being in a relationship and breaking that code on purpose, whether because they'll get bored or they'll get in that mundane routine with their partner, significant other, and then that's when you be getting the messages, and then the end swipe, delete. You breaking code because I know your boyfriend. It's be real. I know your girlfriend. Like we're not doing. Let's not break those. Let's stop. I'd be like Aisha. Zap.
It is 8 billion people on this earth. Get out your friend's closet.
Listen,
please.
Again, it reverts back to you not knowing who is down for you. You could be swearing up and down. I done had friendships for years that have broken up, and I'm okay with it. And I feel like the fact that I could release those friendships due to, different scenarios, and it was I don't have any harsh intentions towards them or anything. I just let it go. And if it's that easy to remove, then you already knew. I feel like there's always a small part of you that knows. People kill me with their frenemies. You can't be my friend and my enemy.
Not the same.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, if I feel your energy and it doesn't compliment me, I have to remove you.
I have a question for y'all real quick. Because I heard this scenario, and I will say after all this conversation, I do feel different about this one. This is a little different.
Because you rubbing your legs, so I'm nervous about this question.
Plot twist. So listen. Questions. So say we're all hanging out and the guy or the girl, however you want to do it, likes you and you may like them, but your friend likes them too.
Oh hell. Pick.
Jonathan,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Pick
I'm
you.
gonna
I
wait.
be
Little
so
Johnny.
tired of being a good person. Because there's been plenty of times I've been like, oh, you like him too? Oh, okay, go ahead. I don't even like him like that. But then it was protection because they done got dog dirty dog. I said, oh God, I'm gonna take him, sis.
Dodge that bullet.
Rob, how you? What you and Aisha? Riddle me this, Batman.
Hey, so
Not the sound effect.
I'm gonna answer the question. Like, I think you should just be honest. Like, hey sis, like you feeling them, I'm feeling them, and just have a conversation. Like, what we gonna do? Because if that's your partner, like y'all should have that conversation. And if that person says, hey, listen, like, let me at least make this attempt or X, Y, and Z, you talk through it like adults, like you said earlier. Like we adults, but as sometimes, sometimes it can be hard not to be selfish, and sometimes we settle too because we have such big hearts and we want to do the right thing for our friends. So we goddamn we settle for the partner, so we settle for the partner. That's not even what the hell you wanted. So I mean, at this point, like just had a conversation. You feeling them, I'm feeling them. What we gonna do about the situation?
Because they
And then I
feeling
would just move on,
you
go from
and
there.
they not feeling them.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's over
Wait,
then. I mean, ain't nothing else to talk about.
What you gonna coerce him?
Trying to tell you this.
Crystal. Got it. Crystal said, "Come here, boy."
My turn.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, and then your homegirl, she should know anyway. Like, I mean, you're talking about energy, right? So if you know he feeling you and you feeling him, she's sitting there like, and I hate to use this word, but she's still sitting there cop blocking. I mean, it ain't really nothing else to talk about. Like, I mean, but if you have to have that conversation with her, you should have that conversation with her, be able to say, hey, it's like, listen, you see this man? It's almost like a house party. Y'all remember that scene in the house party where kid like he didn't know which way to go, X, Y, and Z. Like it's energy, man. Like you know where that energy is. Like you automatically know where it is. So don't even try that shit. So she should already know to directly answer your question. But if she doesn't, have a conversation, the shit move on. If she get upset about it, baby, that's your partner. Cause me and my partners ain't gonna fall out behind shit like that.
Right. Aisha, you about to say something?
So, first, Rob, my thing is this: with age does come maturity. If we two grown women and a grown ass man makes a decision about who he's attracted to, I shouldn't have to say, you know what? I know you like him too. Go ahead and, shoot your shot. And if he shoots you down, then I'll go ahead. Hell no. I'm like, I don't have that type of time. And
about the weight.
When I was younger, oh, you couldn't pay me. Oh, my friend like him. It's all that. Oh, hell no. Because at the end of the day, we don't have a lot of time. Nothing is guaranteed. And I'm not going to block my blessings trying to babysit a grown ass person. I can't do it.
So deep.
Listen, I'm not about to be uncomfortable no.
Jonathan, what you said in regards to they were with that person and they got dogged out, it's probably because they forced that scenario, because it's not a guaranteed had you been with that person that you might not have been that person's fit. So
absolutely.
That's real.
I'm right there with you. Some of my examples
are,
absolutely.
Well, go ahead, Jonathan. No, go ahead.
No, and then like after a certain situations would unfold, and I'd be like, I appreciate you, because they be here in this illustrious city where you're from, Aisha. They be putting niggas through. You hear me? I'm like, God, y'all terrible. God keep me single. I don't want that.
There was one man in the Bible who was forced to marry a woman, and he had to wait 7 years for the one he wanted. And guess what? He treated the best, the one he wanted. You can't force a square peg into a round hole. I don't believe in that one. Now, if you done been with him and we run together, I can't be with him. But if you ain't never had him, you have to deal with that crush on your own. Shut up.
Nah, so I guess my thing is like if my friend expresses to me that he feeling some chick, right? And I'm feeling her too, but he's already said that, hey, I like this chick. Me being who I am, I'm gonna fall all the way back. That's just me. Like I don't even
Even if she
care.
don't like
Yeah.
him.
Same
Not
thing.
even if he shoot his shot at her and she shoots him down, I'm still not gonna holler at her. And that's simply me, simply because it's would I expect the same loyalty? I wouldn't, but that's just who I am as a person.
Is he gonna
I'm
crack
just
me,
not,
bro?
and because there's so many women out there. Like I'm not going to sit here. I'm even though nothing happened, that's just me. I'm gonna fall all the way back. I ain't even gonna holler at her.
That could be your Michelle Obama. You crazy as
Might
hell.
be, might be. But
Hey,
you might be
but
Sir.
though,
somebody else,
like
Michelle.
y'all probably don't agree with it, but I'm the same way. I listen, like I would definitely fall back. It's just not that deep.
Because I'm with Aisha on this one. Also, again, like we too mature to see. I'm not about to be. No, I'm not doing that. We too
Now,
grown.
yeah, back in the day, I would be like, no, my friend likes you, and that's terrible. But nigga, we 40. You too big for a crush. Listen.
45. I'm too close to 50 for the bullshit. Listen,
Listen,
no, I'm not
I was.
doing this. I couldn't. And if we had to
I,
have that conversation, it would have me side eyeing you. Like, really?
right. Why we haven't, girl? We
Oh, hold on, let me finish this.
My thing is this: if that man or woman approaches you, I ain't doing this right now. I tried to block it out. Y'all get on my nerves. If that man or woman approaches you, and although your friend might be feeling that person, are you gonna turn that person down? Because at the end of the day, they've made the choice. It's not you making the
You're
choice.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
I do
laws and
understand
codes
where
and rules, but I think at some point in our ages, we do have to grow up on some of it. Because I do think that things change as you get older. I do not. I will never believe in going behind my friends, like in my immediate circle, my girlfriends. We are not going behind each other. Now, I agree with Rob on one point. I can't do that with every associate I know. Nigga, it might be 5,000 people in Columbia I know. Somebody to know somebody to know somebody to know something about it. I can't do nothing about that. But there's a unique core circle of people that we can't do that.
yes.
Nah,
I
and,
can.
But
and,
there's
and
Well,
again, like I'm not about to. And again, my homeboy, he might just like her. I know there's probably never been anything between them. But the fact is, if I start dating her, she's gonna be around. He's gonna be around. And for me personally, like I want everybody to be 100% comfortable. So it's not even worth, worth risking for a relationship. I don't even know gonna work out because I don't even know if being in this
I'm
shit
not
gonna
about
even
to
end up
be.
being together. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not
to
about to
me,
be
and
uncomfortable.
it's too much else out there for me to worry about one. I'm sorry.
I would like to be chosen, please. Can you pick me? Because
Go ahead,
I
Aisha.
just
Not
I
the
would
neck
like to
scratch.
say, I can't reiterate this enough. I know we're all saying we, but you can only personally speak of yourself. And
Mhm.
again, this used to be me for many, many years till I realized I was the only person that had that level of loyalty. You hear me? And you find out the hard way, and they want you to just suck that shit up. So if we go ahead and nip this in the bud at the forefront, I don't have to have this discussion. What I'm not going to do is pacify a nigga that's 5 years from AARP. You gonna get that free card in the mail, whether you want the shit or not.
Go
We
to
too
the
old for
corner.
these shenanigans.
you a punishment. Rob, you over there
But
quiet.
but that's why I said no. But I was quiet because I was just taking it all in. But that's why I said you should have the conversation because it depends on the level of maturation where people are. So like your friends. So like as an example, it like Hook and I are on the same level. If we were super close partners like that, it wouldn't be an issue because he and I can have a conversation and then it would be over. But we all got partners that are overly emotional, whether they choose to admit that shit or not, that
Yep.
you just can't cross that line. And that's what he's talking about. There's certain things that you can and cannot talk about. So it depends on like how well you know your friends. I got partners in my
That's true
circle.
too.
I know I can sit down and say, hey, if I were single, I can sit down and say, hey, let me talk to you about X, Y, and Z. And it's gonna never be nothing. But I also got partners in my circle too that if I say, hey, X, Y, and Z, they're gonna be like, oh shit, man, god damn, man, for real. Like for real. I mean, you really gonna do boy like that? So it's like you gotta know your people.
Yeah,
Like,
you
because
gotta know
not
who you're dealing
everybody,
with.
to Aisha's point, like everybody's not at your level. So like I think the five of us, like we're on a different level, and not everybody in our circle is on that level. So you gotta know your friends. That's why it's situational. So you have a conversation. You know who you can talk to, who you can't talk to, and it's just all situational. I mean, so it depends on who it is within my circle. Because I also know too, there's certain people that no matter how much, like how long we've been cool, like there's a certain code that when it comes to a female, they will absolutely end our friendship behind a chick. And I think
Yeah.
every dude knows that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how tight you've been. So and y'all know that too, right? It's like some
Yeah.
dudes
Women
they're
will do
just
that too.
overly
You tell them the
emotional when
truth.
it comes to women. So that's it.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yes,
Aisha.
ma'am.
I wish the hell I thought, Rob. I wish the hell I thought. Let me tell you something. You gonna cry in the car if you sit next to me in a club or some shit talking about you really gonna talk to him? Oh, bitch, yes, and today. Because I'm not going to be sitting over. I'm not about to be in the club sipping my drink trying to enjoy myself. Let me not even say club because I don't even be outside past 11. Let's say lounge. You gonna talk to him? He was looking at me. He was looking at the bar behind us. If this man bring his ass over here with his extra ass, and I'm feeling him the way he's feeling me, I'm gonna talk to him. Now, if you mad with your geriatric ass once we leave here,
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Quite honestly, I agree with you.
I know.
But what I'm saying is, it's still situational depending on who you're dealing with.
It
Because
is.
for
Right.
me, the way that you approach it, I would agree with that. But it's still like we
Right.
all know, if we're being honest, we all know we got people that aren't like us that we cannot have that conversation with. They're not gonna take it that way.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I said they gonna cry in the car, baby. Because what I'm not
And
gonna
it is
do.
situational because you got some people who it's one thing like somebody walks past us in a bar. Like for me, if we sitting out tonight and somebody walk past me or walk past us and we don't know this person like that, fine. But you do have that, and he's right when he says situational because I got friends who have fantasized about their crushes and let them play in their wedding colors and children in their head and dance the sugar plum. Okay, that I can't because in your head that's your husband. So it's a little different then. But if it's a stranger that walk by us, and girls do that, the rule free game. There's a woman that crushes on you and she's playing her life with you and you don't know it.
She dreaming about you right now. She mad as hell.
Right.
Bingo. Every time you post something, she is like, that is gonna be my husband one day. Bow. And all her friends know it. You're all
But I'm always the friend in the background and say, I tell the truth though by accident. Because a lot of people can't really deal with you. Shut up, Jonathan. A lot of people cannot deal with being, I don't do gray areas very well. So
Listen, see, I knew I liked you.
so I'm going to always be honest, and that is your opportunity to be honest as well. Don't come back to me later on. Well, you knew. No, the hell I didn't.
No, I don't know. No say. No habla español.
And let me tell you something.
My
After I
hands
drop
on
it like
you.
it's hot, I don't give a damn. Listen, Rob, I'm sorry. Me
I'm
and
with
you
Rob.
will
I
never
think
No.
there
But
are
listen,
talk.
levels to this shit.
here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying
Okay.
is there's a small percentage of people that are that real. So when you're talking about people
Everybody
that are
can't
that
handle it.
real, you're dealing with a small percentage of people. So if you're dealing with, don't ask me if you don't
Right.
want to goddamn know.
Now,
But at the end of the
and this,
day,
Exactly.
unfortunately, we're part of a small percentage of people. Nobody
You
yeah.
want
knows
me
the
to tell
truth.
you the truth, or you
And
want me to tell you what you want to hear?
I've seen relationships, I've seen friendships end because of that. I've seen
That's true.
dudes who may have interest in somebody that one of their friends used to date. They'll go to him and say, "Hey, what's up with you? And is it okay if I take X, Y, and Z out?" Dude, ego, nah, go ahead, man. And it ain't nothing. So they end up dating and kicking it hard. Now the other
Now you in
dude
your feelings.
dated, now he's upset, he in his feelings. So I've seen that happen. So you have to, it's like you have to have that conversation, but at the same time, it's only a small percentage of people who are really gonna be real about the entire situation.
But see,
And
there's a
let me,
girl code too. So on the girl code side, if I'm with a man, free game. If I am with your homeboy, you can DM, you can love, you can like, you can do whatever. I won't deal with you. If I'm with a man, I will not deal with his friends. I'm not for the team. I'm not squad goals. So as a girl, you know that you don't do the crew. If you are with one, then that's that one. When that ends, you end that. You don't do that. I don't date in circles. I don't. It's my code. It's right to
So
the
Okay.
point.
So you got a code of ethics that you live by, and not every woman lives by that code of ethics. So
right,
what we
right.
talking about, we still talking about real nigga shit if we being honest. But we ain't
Yeah.
talking about the majority, because the majority of people ain't real.
Ain't
So
real.
that's what I'm
No,
waiting on. Like
I
they
done
not
Right.
real.
seen
You
people that
talking
get
about
spread
you,
around a whole
Crystal? You
squad
got a
circle.
code of ethics. Let me tell you something. I know
Listen,
women right now that got
And
their
they
hood
make you
on
feel
social media
crazy
every
like
day
you
and they
got caught.
community service. Fuck that.
this
Like,
this my thing. I always tell people, you always think you real until you meet a real motherfucker. So I always give
Right.
a disclaimer, like,
Right.
you don't know me very well, but this is what it
And they
is.
try to make you feel like you crazy because you real. Nah, bitch.
But
I
he's
Boo.
don't give a
telling, but
Sorry.
damn.
that's a real statement. There are girls who be like, okay, well, me and Hook ain't work out, so I mean, this, switch up, take his friend. All right, well, me and Jonathan about to talk. Well, that don't work. Well, me and this homeboy about to talk. But that's the same circle. You just can't now. But like you said, it's a code of ethics. There are people who will do that. Like I said in the beginning, there are some that are for the community, and
Right.
then
So
there are
let's
some that are not. But he's right. Real people shit. And the sad thing is, niggas will fuck with your person, or women will mess with different things, and that shit won't be public information either. That shit
right.
will happen
Yeah.
way behind the scenes, behind your back. You'll
Oh
never
yeah.
see a post,
Oh yeah.
a like, a
Might even
mutual
happen at the
friend,
pin
nothing.
relays.
Listen, and that's what I'm saying. It's so many people. You are in a lot of one-sided scenarios that you don't know until it's too late. I had a level of loyalty to people who didn't give a rat's ass. Let me tell you something. I am a firm believer
yeah,
of
yeah. I'm with you on that.
my thing is
You
this.
crossing the
I don't
oceans
care
for
about
niggas that won't skip a puddle for
yeah.
you.
I don't care what you say about me when I'm there. I want to know how you represent me when I'm not there.
Absolutely.
And that right there
Absolutely.
will clear any uncertainties you have.
Don't tell me what they said. Tell me why you was comfortable talking to them.
Why
Yeah,
they
but
had a whole conversation with you.
Yeah, but you got to understand that no matter how sincere your sense of loyalty is, everybody who you're loyal to, they're not going to have that same code of ethics. So I mean,
And that's what I'm saying.
And I had
it is.
because y'all know me, I'm light in love. I ain't nothing but SpongeBob at 40 years old. But it took me a minute to understand, Jonathan, everybody ain't like you, boo. Everybody ain't
Don't
got your
expect you
heart.
from everybody.
Everybody, no.
Yeah, and
And that thing hurt.
let's switch gears for a second, right? So, do you expect your friends to still be cool with your ex after y'all break up?
That's one of the things where I go back to what
So
Rob was saying. That's situational, because if I mean, there's some exes we all got to break up with because it ain't that deep. But there are some people where they've been around so long, that's family. Like
That's
they
family.
become family to you. That's y'all. Y'all ain't work, but such and such is family. If Jonathan goes and dates one of my best friends right now, and then they don't work out, I'm not stopping talking to Jonathan. That's been my friend since middle school. You my friend too, nigga. Y'all just can't come to the same shit together. But I'm not gonna stop talking to this person. Now, Jonathan, you slap my friend 3 times and cheat 4 times and do a hokey pokey, turn yourself around, I might have to let you go a little bit because that's some dog shit. But
How about y'all stop using me for example? Because I don't even know what a real relationship is, okay? I'm just trying to get somebody to let me go to Chipotle, get my brown rice bowl, a double chicken.
highlighter.
Okay, so let me be clear. You slap my friend around 3 times and push them or whatever the hell. I choose violence. What you won't do, I choose violence. But those are my real friends. Like, you can call me at any time and I'm gonna be on go. But and that's why I had to tell people, don't get it confused. I have grown. Look, tell them I have grown, but I still fight bitches. Because what you
There
won't
is
do
a God.
is be
I love you,
Rob, Jonathan, Chris, it ain't that damn funny. I'm just
I'm
telling
sorry.
y'all.
Y'all, I got nigga plants up here. Y'all better stop because this hair about to come
I
off.
have
Y'all making me sweat.
grown. I have grown. I promise you, I have grown because
No.
I believe you. I feel your spirit. I believe you. Me too, child. That's why that picture today. That judge gave me 2 months. I said, I have grown, Jesus. I have growed up.
okay.
What about you, Rob?
Listen, listen.
So
Let me find Aisha right now on Facebook.
So for me, it's not
Go
a
ahead.
problem for me. It's not a problem for me because, and I think Chris alluded to this. Like it really depends because some of the exes that I have are still close with some of my partners and friends. But here's the difference though: it's the level of respect that they have. Those people can't come around my wife. That's it. Like if I'm gonna be around, my wife's gonna be around, and they can't be around, and that's just it. And if you can't respect it, I'm not gonna bring her around because it makes her uncomfortable. If it makes her
Right.
uncomfortable, then I'm uncomfortable. And guess what, nigga, I ain't coming. And that's just what it is. But I'm not gonna say, hey man, I'm not gonna dictate as a grown ass man who you should be cool with and who you shouldn't be cool with because there's still a level of love that you have for that person that maybe I may not have that level of love for them anymore, but that doesn't change how you feel for that person. So again, for me, it's situational.
It's situational. There are some people who are gonna be forever family. One of my best friends of close to 20 years is divorced right now. And when her husband had a situation where his health was impacted, man, the whole squad, her ex-husband, her ex-husband, the whole squad came out. We putting money together, we doing this, and it's not so much of well, they're not together no more. So should you still be? Hey, that's my niece and nephew's daddy, baby. That's family. I ain't out here chopping it up and we ain't out here coming to Sunday dinner together, but we still gonna do what we have to do because this is family business. I'm not saying some things people it's situational. Now there's some people that break up with a friend of mine and whatever y'all went through, hey, we all broke up with you, it's over. But there are others that we are forever gonna be family with, and it's just what it is. It's situational in some of those things.
My thing is, it can be situational, but you find out you still mad at the person. Look, you the good friend. I'm mad because my friend mad. I'm mad too. You find out they best friends. Why the fuck you ain't
See,
tell
now
me?
that's the part too you got to be careful about. You run around here getting mad at somebody that they was with, and now you got the attitude, you done blocked them. Now they back together. You look like a fool trying to re-add this man again.
Talking about all
Right,
talk
bruh.
so we go, how? How you do that?
No, my thing is like if me and your ex were cool before y'all got together, then that we already had that relationship established. So that's not going anywhere. Now, if I met your ex through you, when y'all break up, we break up. Period. Like it's if I see them out in public, I'm gonna be cordial. If
Right.
if we social media, we can do all that shit. But your ex is gonna know where my loyalty is. So there is no underhanded shit, or there's no her trying to come in between us. Ain't gonna happen because when y'all break up, we break up. And again, I don't expect everybody to have that same level because some people, if you're with somebody, they meet your family, relationships grow. It is what it is. I'm okay with that. But at the end of the day, if we that close, I expect you to understand that you need to know who you need to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like when push comes to shove.
It's over now. It's
Listen.
over now.
I'm a
try
different
Aisha.
breed as well because my
Well,
ex-husband, I would help him make a singles ad.
Rob got his
Me and
hands
me.
up.
I'm here for it. I will have a speed dating scenario at my damn house. Let's let these chances take
You
me
have
up
one
and
for me
find
too.
you somebody. Because when
Have
I
me one.
want
Have.
one man,
I
Go
love
ahead,
when y'all
Rob.
put your hands up. Yes, Rob.
hey, I was gonna say, hey, listen, like me and my partner, we don't disagree on much, but I just can't go with that, man, because the reason why, like at the end of the day, like if we being real, if you decide to still be cool with somebody that I'm no longer dealing with, that's okay with me, as long as it's not disrespecting what I have going on. Because your situation your scenario you just brought up, I have the perfect scenario. Somebody that I used to deal with, I no longer deal with. I mean, it must have been 15 plus years, but my cousin is still cool with that person, super cool with that person. But at the end of the day, he respects my marriage. So that person can't come around when I'm around. But do I care that he's still cool with that person? I don't give a damn. I can give a rat's ass. I do not
nope.
give a damn. and he met that person the same time I met that person. They ain't never messed around X, Y, and Z, and they super close. But at the end of the day, as long as that man's not disrespecting my situation, I can care less.
Right.
Like, you can be cool. I mean, I don't give. They've been to the fair and all kind of shit. I done walked past them, gave money for turkey legs. I don't give a shit. Like, don't come around me with that shit. Like, don't come around me with that shit.
Woo!
Like,
Come on, can you take
you
a
later.
picture of me and my family? Listen, I'm
Not the
also the
turkey
person
leg.
though. Like, what you're not gonna do. Like, I don't want to be ever in a scenario like if you bring someone around and I'm there, you know, we may be friends or we may not be friends, but let me walk into something unknowingly and I see one of my close friends, exes or current, because you know how that goes sometimes. Oh, there would be no delusion about what I'm doing. I'm telling right now because I don't like it. You see that? I'm
So
telling like that.
real
It
shit
ain't gonna
too.
be like your thing, Jonathan. Your friend told you later. I'm gonna tell you now. Excuse me. I know him. I know her. Like, I gotta remove myself from that. But if I don't really fool with you or you associate, hey, shit, you fuck around, find me in a group picture. I ain't got time.
Hey, the turkey leg
I'm
about
proud
to
of
be out
y'all.
too. It's the turkey leg for me.
Think
But
I'll be posing hard.
I did. That was a real situation. I dapped my
hey,
cousin up
we
and
can tell
goddamn
because you
gave him
said
$20
turkey
and kept him
leg.
moving. Like, I ain't even know
I
who
ain't
the
got
fuck she
time
was.
for
I
that
dapped the nigga,
shit.
gave him $20 and kept him moving.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
there's some things are situational because there are. So I will say this: there are some friends, real life. If I see something going on, I will tell you immediately. And then there are some friends that you know to keep your damn mouth shut and mind your business.
Absolutely.
telling
It hasn't
everything.
happened in a while, but
I'm
you know
telling.
this is a real platform. But I am telling,
I'm
because
telling.
you know on my side of the fence, my thing is, and I told my mama this. I was like, I never want to put a female through that. I'm not about to have no beard. I ain't doing it. I'm gay. I'm proud of it. I love it. But like, if a dude and I'm cool with his girl, again, it hasn't happened in a long time. But I'm like, hey sis, let that one go. That one, that ain't it. That ain't
You
it.
gotta know who you can do that with because we've done that. And then when we told, and he cleared it, because I'm telling you something. If when a woman is in love, a nigga can clear some
We
shit up.
smart. We were cleared up. We were cleared up. We were clear.
And
48
then the
hours.
next
Give
thing
a
you know,
damn.
you the jealous ass friend. Now you can't come over for Christmas dinner no more.
Can y'all
Meanwhile,
can see
he
me?
got
Y'all can see me,
one
right?
eye and creases in his jeans, and she think you mad. Ma'am, I'm just trying.
You
I
got
said,
With
Rob
white
said it
socks.
earlier, and it's the
Sit down,
truth.
sis.
You gotta know your people.
Absolutely.
I know
And this
who I
is
can, and I know who I better not never ever come to that with. Because you're gonna make the house fight, and you're gonna be the enemy by the end of the night.
and
yeah.
this has been awesome dialogue. I wish we had a little bit more time. We're running a little
Well,
short.
start a new one.
But
Start a new stream thing then.
but before we head out though, I want you guys to give some takeaways. Like, what do you want the audience to take away from this discussion about loyalty and girl code versus man law? Aisha, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Oh, damn. The takeaway for me is know your circle. That's the bottom line. And at the end of the day, if you know a certain party in your circle, like I've learned to accept people for who they are, whether they liars, whether they, they hiding the pussy, whatever.
Oh Lord.
I said it, hot in the pussy.
Hiding the pussy. Okay.
You know what you can deal with, where you can take them at. How about that? You know the environments that you can have certain people in and dealing with them on that level. But don't expect your level of loyalty to your friends to be reciprocated just because you are friends. Because everybody
Absolutely.
doesn't deal on your level.
Absolutely.
Like Rob said. So yeah.
Absolutely. Jonathan Adriel / Delilah Dean.
And Zeke, thank you. I'm glad you pronounced my middle name right, Adriel. I appreciate that because people be like, Adriel, no, Adriel. I appreciate you. And Delilah Dean will be back next Tuesday.
Yo.
wait for it. My takeaway is that people out there in TV, StreamYard land, some of y'all need some more. Y'all need to go to etiquette school or something because y'all I'm looking in the camera. Y'all are terrible. You will sleep with your friend, man, and then take him to McDonald's for that new chicken sandwich and the how much I see. We're not doing that. Live your life right. If you need help, come to my podcast, Not Your Average Preacher's Kid, and I will teach you how to be righteous and ratchet. That is my takeaway. Bye-bye.
Be a good old
Rob.
hoe.
This guy. All right, Rob, take us on.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it super short. So we talked about a lot of shit today, but for all my people out there with a big heart, like, don't stop being you. At the end of the day, like, God gonna take care of you. God gonna sort it out. Like, if you got a big heart, keep being good to people, and it's gonna come back to you. Like, I'm a small country boy, grew up in a small country town of Hawkins, South Carolina. Never thought that I would be where I am at right now, and all I do is show love. Keep showing people love even when they don't show you love. Everything that we talked about today, and it's hard to come behind those two because they're absolutely right. Show them love, that's it, and let it go. When they don't show you the same love back, don't fuck with them no more and keep it moving.
There you go.
Don't let that shit run your blood pressure up. Like, we all 40 plus, goddamn, whatever it is, it ain't that goddamn deep. And I think Chris said earlier, 8 million people on this earth, or 8 billion people, whatever the goddamn number is. Like, fuck them. Keep being a good person, keep moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Chris, what you got?
Oh, child. Listen. Right. I agree with them. Y'all need to do better. There are rules and regulations. Now, I will say this. One girl code we did not talk about. If your friend does come tell you something, y'all need to know not to drop names. Y'all don't watch the first 48. Stop name dropping on who told you stuff. That's my takeaway. Learn how to tell what you know without telling how you know it. Never reveal your source. Some of y'all get in there and be like, Aisha told me that she and Hook was down
And
there
I'll be the right
Rob,
one for you
and
to
they saw
call. Did
you
you
with
say?
that hoe
Yeah.
and the turkey leg. Why? All them names.
Damn right.
Stop
Absolutely.
name dropping. Y'all have heard all the other rules that gave you the Christ way to walk. He done told you how to be righteous, ratchet. Stop name dropping. Learn how to tell your
Let me know when
story
it's time
without
for
telling
that
your
selection.
source.
Let me know when it's time for the selection.
Hey, so Chris, what are we talking about next week?
Oh Lord, I don't know. Listen.
This little light of mine.
I do know. So listen. A hot
I'm
topic
gonna
that we
let
have
it
been talking about right now is the
Ooh,
vaccines.
little
There are
light
some
of
people are like, I'm gonna
mine.
wait to see if the zombie apocalypse comes after 6 months of those who've had it. And then there are some that are like, it's the greatest thing on earth, and we outside now because they're giving it. What we really want to do is next week have someone, or we have 2 people coming on who are actually going to discuss with us the pros and the cons and give us the real health information. Warning, this is not health advice from a medical professional. Please still seek your doctor. However,
Absolutely.
we will have an open discussion about the controversy in to vaccinate or not to vaccinate. That is a question.
Yeah, and the main point we want to drive home is we're not telling you to go ahead, Rob.
No, I was just gonna say, if I'm welcome back, whenever you guys have a topic, I got some stuff I want to get off my chest. I want to talk about these niggas that are not taking care of their kids. So if it's not next week, that's fine. But whenever y'all want to talk about that, please invite me back because I got some shit to get off my chest.
Tell
Hey,
us, Rob.
hey,
Tell
say,
us.
Me too.
say less,
Me-
brother. We got you.
We got you.
Whenever
Go
y'all
ahead,
listen,
Rob.
whenever y'all
You
ready, I'm gonna
also,
be
I
on.
heard Jonathan talk
He had
about
to
his
open.
Jonathan talked about his podcast, but you have a business as well that I have not heard you mention on here. One thing about this podcast we do is we believe in being the plug. Plug it in, plug it in. Talk about it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And I definitely appreciate the platform and make sure you support my man's podcast. But yeah, just very quickly, I'll try to write them off real quick. So I do own several businesses. If you guys support, that's cool. So I own a women's perfume line. It's called Confidence because I believe every woman should have it. It's just one of the 5 elements that we're getting ready to come out with. I'm also on a men's beard grooming line. It's called Roberto Devon, which is why I'm rocking the beard. In addition to that, I also have an online coffee store. It's called Heaven in the Cup because when you taste coffee, it should feel like heaven in a cup. And if it does not, then you should drink that shit. And also, my daughter
I'm
has
gonna
her
write
own
you a
lip
jingle
gloss
for
line
that
called
one because
Kiss
I
Me by
love.
Kennedy. Yeah, hey, hook me up. And then try to throw these last 2 in real quick. I also have a hookah online hookah store. It's called Candy Clouds Hookahs. Also, me and my partner, Real, he couldn't make it, but we also own an online supplement store as well. So anything that you can get out of GNC and or the vitamin shop, you can get from us, and we're 110% Black owned. It's called Something Serious because all of our products are something serious. Also own a line of or a small fleet of 18 wheelers. So anybody out there, if you're in the logistic village as well, like please hit me up. And then my normal 9 to 5 is I am a human resources director. So if anybody needs employment law support, feel free to reach out to me as well. And like I said before, I'm from Hopkins, South Carolina.
I love
Hey,
I love
this nigga do a little bit of
I
everything.
don't know, you and your wife want to adopt
I got 6 jobs.
child. Y'all want to adopt the older child?
Hey, listen. And I ain't told anybody. My son dropped the
two.
sock line. My son come out with his own sock line. It's coming.
Hey man, hey.
One of the biggest things
he
that
got
I
his
told Hook
businesses.
about
His daughter got a business. His son got a business. Come on, man.
One thing I told Hook about, and this is why we pull in the people we do. We pull in people all the time, but we especially need people to know that if you watch anything that we've ever aired, we don't just bring anybody for anything on here. We are bringing you people who look like you, who like little brown boys and girls can look at everyday people who laugh, who cut up. But we have things going on. We have businesses, we have LLCs, we have podcasts. We get up and go to work. We raise kids. When we say superheroes, listen, Wakanda ain't got shit on what we brought in here right now. So when you look at these people every day and you see them post and you see them do things and you laugh and you giggle, let me tell you something. There's geniuses behind that. I told y'all one day that Forbes list gonna look like a crayon box. Keep on talking. Go ahead, Hook.
There you go. Absolutely. And again, this has been phenomenal dialogue. I appreciate you guys for coming on, being as transparent as possible. I really do. Chris, thank you for everything you do week to week. You know, you're my dog. Appreciate it. And make sure you guys doing this next week, man, because I know everybody has some concerns about the vaccine, to get the vaccine, not to get the vaccine. I want to be crystal clear. We're not telling anybody what to do. We're not telling you should do it. We're not telling you shouldn't. I'm fully vaccinated. That was my choice. And it's a free country, so we want you guys to make whatever decision is best for you. Now, what we are going to do is we're gonna dispel some myths, and we're gonna drop facts. And then what you do at that point, before you make any move, make sure you seek a medical professional if you have any questions and concerns. So again, this has been great. I appreciate you guys for joining, and we'll see you again next week. Holla.
All right, y'all can hang on for a second.
Okay.
Tutu.